What's going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. Welcome back to another MLB 18 The Show franchise video. No, this is not deja vu. This is not a repeat. We did the Cincinnati Reds draft only episode 1 yesterday, or whenever you saw this, a previous video. And one of you guys noticed we left GM contracts on. Basically, what happens is we're going to get fired after our 3rd year because we were in the rebuild phase, and they don't like it when you rebuild in this. So basically we have to start over. Luckily we only did 1 episode, but you guys did give me a good amount of feedback on that episode. You mentioned Adam Duvall was not drafted by them even though he said he was. He was actually a trade from the Giants, I believe. And Stevenson, their catcher, they said he was a free agent, but he was drafted by them. We can use him. So we're doing this again, guys. We are changing it up a little bit. There's a new rule which I think will help us out. It'll make it a little easier, not a lot easier, it'll make it a little easier. Now, before we go any further with this, I do want to give a shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. If you guys didn't know, I recently became a brand ambassador for them. If you guys didn't know, SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes confusion out of buying tickets. They rate their tickets at a 0 to 10 scale. So, if you're getting a good or a bad deal. Green means good. And if you guys didn't know, I do have a promo code. It is KNasty, K-N-A-S-T-Y, KNasty. There's a link in the description below. Click on that. Put in my promo code KNasty. On your first purchase, you get $20 off your first buy. And if you guys do use that, take a picture of that. You using the code, tweet it at me. I'll give you guys a follow on Twitter if I don't already follow you. Now let's get into the video, guys. We're picking the Reds, and we're going to not make the same mistake. GM contracts are off. There we go. We're going to start in spring training. Now, the reason why I want to start in spring training, not the regular season, is very important. Because I think what will happen is we can then use our new rule. Now, we want to make sure all of this is on annual, except for scouting. Which I may do some manual scouting, guys. But for right now, we're going to just do it as automatic. We're going to get some good scouts. Let's make sure we have our best scouts available. We need a new international. We don't have a West scout. We have 2 East. Let's get rid of the worst of the 2. Let's upgrade our Central, and let's upgrade our East scout. All right, so that's taken care of. So now what I'm going to do, actually, before we forget, let's do sponsors. And then what the new thing we're doing is the first year we don't need to use players only drafted by the Reds. Only for 1 year. I think because that way we can draft some players, which will help build our bank. And then not to mention, we can kind of use it to our advantage. So what I'm going to do is trade for some guys who are free agents at the end of the year. Trade players who are not drafted by the Reds for players who are free agents at the end of this year. We'll put a qualifying offer on them when they're free agents. We'll get an extra draft pick, a compensatory round pick for doing that. So let's go make some trades. Suarez is not a draft pick of ours. He has 3 years of service time before he's a free agent. So let's go find a guy who is a free agent. Zach Britton's a free agent at the end of the year. They want a little bit more for him. We can include a guy like, let's see, Shackelford. I don't think he was. Stuart Turner wasn't. So there we go. There's a guy that we will lose in the offseason. Zach Britton will get a draft pick for him. Castillo, I love him in real life. However, he is a free agent at the end. I mean, he is not drafted by them. So let's go get a free agent at the end of the year. Bumgarner we don't have the money. Let's go find. I don't want to get guys who are too good because I want to be bad this year. Let's see. Corbin is a free agent at the end of the year. We can get Patrick Corbin for him, and we can get a good draft pick for that. So let's do that. Who else? Let's see. Scooter Gennett, we can probably get someone for that. And I don't even care how good they are as long as they're going to be a free agent. Because what will happen is even if the guy decides to accept the qualifying offer that we give them, because of how the game works, we'll still get the draft pick, and then I'll just release them. And Peraza was not a draft pick of ours, I don't think. Yep, he was a Dodger. So let's go get someone else. Nope, he's not going to be a free agent. Hendricks, I think. Nope, he's not. Pedro Strop is. Oh, we have to save money. Do we have like a bad contract on the team? That is not a draft pick. Descalfini, still money doesn't work. Oh, Matt Harvey does. There we go. Okay, so that should help us out. Get some extra draft picks. Let's just add a couple guys to the Major League team. And, alright, I'm going to add some people from AAA. Like I said, so we can do this for the first year. I'm allowing it, and that kind of can make it a little easier for us. It's still going to be very difficult, don't get me wrong. But we'll try our best to win. So, I'm going to add a couple people from AA to AAA. So let's do that. And then we can get the simulation started. And then we'll call it Green to AA and Payano. Okay, we can sim to the regular season. And we've already done everything else. Now we can just simulate now and get to the draft. And we're going to have to hit on the draft, guys. This is all it is. If you didn't already know, we are building this team solely through the draft. Of course, I don't have enough position players on the AAA team. Let's add a couple more. And send you down to Class A. And hopefully that fixes it. Yep, draft only. Any need we have is just through the draft. We're gonna need a lefty reliever. That's through the draft. We need a power hitter. That's through the draft. We need an outfielder through the draft. Unfortunately, right now we're winning way too many games. We need to lose some games, boys. I want us to have a high pick next year. We're gonna have more picks next year, but I want to have that top end pick. And I might fool around with the lineup to make sure we're not as good. So we have the 5th pick in the draft. We need to hit these. Let's look at only blue chips. A closer. I'd rather not get a closer with this pick. Couple third basemen here. We do have Nick Senzel, but I was looking at him. He's probably going to be a better second baseman than a third baseman. Ooh, a left fielder who could be ready next year. Could have 70 contact, 60, 65 power, 70 fielding. Just really good at everything. He has no weakness. He's above average at everything. I'll probably take Scott White, a left fielder, unless we see someone else. A starting pitcher? Maybe, but I like the left fielder, the idea of the outfielder more. I feel like pitchers are easier to find. So let's take him. Who is this pitcher, by the way? I do want to look back at him. Gil Torres. But we're taking Scott White. Gil Torres was taken 8th to Atlanta. We'll check after the draft to see if that was how bad of a pick it was. There's this catcher here and a first baseman. First baseman have 80 contact, 70 and 65 power, 60 fielding. The catcher could have 70 and 80 contact with 80 fielding. I'll probably take Yamashita just because he's a catcher. But let's see if there's someone else who's better scouted. That's in like the 80. No, I'm going to take the catcher. I mean, we have Votto right now. Oh, there's another catcher here. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, instead, since there's a couple catchers, let's take the first baseman. Because Votto's not getting any older or any younger. And because... Yep, Yamashita got taken, but that other catcher's still available, Chavez, Fernando Chavez. So we're going to take him. So I think that was probably being smart. We knew we had another pick coming up. Let's get the first baseman, and we still got one of the catchers. Now, normally I wouldn't draft like this. I would just say, take the best player. You can trade it for a future pick or a future player in the future. There's no doing that. We got to just take, oh, wow. 65 and 70 contact, 80 power. Now, he's a left fielder, but we can put him in right. There's a starter as well, but I'm going to take the 19-year-old outfielder. But like I said, we can't just take the best player available and then trade him. There's no trading in this. It's draft only. So, got to be smart with the board. A closer could be ready next year, and he throws lefty. All right, we're going to take him in the 4th round there. Not too bad. I'm liking this draft so far, guys. I'm liking this draft. Third baseman, he is a project. Could have good contact, good fielding, or solid contact, solid power, good fielding. We'll take him. Morales in the 5th round. Not a bad pick. One more pick in this draft. And let's see. A project at second base could have good fielding, good speed. Another second baseman, good, solid fielding, not as much. Is there a guy who has just a great skill? Or a guy who is ready? Let's take one of these relievers who are just ready. He throws left, and they both throw lefty. Who has a better walks per nine? 55 walks and 80 walks per nine. We're going to just take a chance on this guy, Ronald Nevar. We'll see. lefty relievers are always needed. And let's see how we did in the draft. Not great, not bad. Some B's. Actually, better. That's an 86. There's 4 B's there. And an A. The A's not super high, only a 91, but he looks to be like a good hitter. Oh, the durability is good, which is nice. He can play every day. We have no DH in the National League. Cabrera, that first baseman, good contact, good durability, and he's only 18. It'll take a couple of years, and he's a 62 overall. Chavez has a good durability, great arm. Hope the fielding turns into something. 86 potential is good though. This outfielder, he has 80 potential with that power. Could be a good bench power bat maybe, or like a fourth outfielder, maybe a third outfielder. This guy has 99 velo, great Ks per 9. Luis Rivas, 86 potential. Morales, 76 potential. I mean, he's a project. And Nivar, 61 overall D potential. Nothing there. Now, where was that guy from the Braves? 92 potential. Oh, but he had that mustache. Oh, no. We passed on that mustache. Where was that catcher? So we took Chavez, but where was the catcher that we passed on? I know he's from Japan. 80 potential. So we actually took the better of the two because, where was he? He had 86. So we actually played that well. We got the 85 and then the 86. So pat on the back. We did well in that. Let's make sure we lose some more games. I'm going to put Corbin in the bullpen. Let's have Zach Britton start games, shall we? But I don't want Corbin to be the long man. I want him to be like a middle reliever there. And the lineup, let's have Joey Votto's doing really well. Let's put him there. And let's have a second baseman be our catcher. Let's do that. Make sure we lose some games. I really want a high pick. Alright, this is kind of unreal. This is, if you're going to be like, okay, Nasty, this isn't realistic. That's the point of this franchise. It's not really a realistic franchise. We are not doing any trade. I guess we're kind of like the Green Bay Packers, where they would never sign free agents, but they would do trades where they just like draft players. But we're kind of doing something like that, draft only. So you offer me a trade, I'm gonna hang up the phone. Stop calling me, and stop winning. We're like at 500. How are we winning? Will Myers got traded for Cody Allen and Cody Anderson, so 2 Codys for a Will. Like, what the hell? Why are we winning? Joey Votto's not even playing. We're 11.5 out of the division. Only 1 game out of the wild card. But we can't win this year because we're not doing our rule. Who is doing so well for us? I don't get it. I don't understand this, and I can't call down, like, I can't call these guys down because if all these like crappy bullpen guys are just pitching outstanding. That's really what's happening. But I can't call them down because then they're not going to be able to be free agents. So I have to use them. Hopefully I feel like our run differential is terrible. Yeah, we're a negative 80 run differential, but we're 3 games over 500. That is not sustainable. That's like that's like a bad team, but we're just winning these close games. All right, we're seeing some more L's now. Come on, get these L's. We're not gonna have a high pick next year, but we're gonna have a lot of picks, guys, because of all those compensatory picks. But stinks we're not gonna have a super high pick. All right, we kind of leveled off 77 and 85. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 13th or between the 12th or the 14th pick is what we're going to have. Not where we wanted it because Joey Votto freaking went off. It's like MVP Votto, 348 average. Scott Schleber hit 30 home runs. He's not even a draft pick of ours, so we're going to have to cut him next year, but that's next year. We can just send in the offseason now. And Dodgers defeat the Twins. All right, so there's retired players. Guerrero and Zach Neal. Pujols made the Hall of Fame. And here we go. So like I said, guys, we have all these qualifying. We're going to get an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. That's clutch. 5 extra picks. And then I think the next episode, guys, You know what? No, I think we'll cut it short here. The next episode we're gonna do the off season, which will be short, and then all of next year I think we'll at least doing that next episode. We're gonna have a lot of draft picks to do, guys. So be on the lookout for that video, guys. I will talk to y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.